Alright, so, I'm going to be doing a review of Daredevil Black Armor. This was another comic sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again for the comic. And yes, this is another one of those Lost Tales miniseries. Yesterday I did one on Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, and yeah, this one was equally as short. This one was also 4 issues. I don't know if they're, like, limiting them down to 4 issues or something, but they are, like, these comics are, for those who don't know, basically, like, Lost Tales in a writer's run. Like, it started with Peter David's Symbiote Spider-Man, and then it just kind of branched off into other comics. I think the best ones have been, Peter David's Symbiote Spider-Man. I still need to get Alien Reality, and I think I'll have all of them so far. Also, he's doing Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. That's also another thing. I also want to collect, I like the first volume of Dave Michelinie's Venom. The second one involving Doctor Doom sucked. Hopefully Separation Anxiety will be better. I want to get that when it comes out in trade. The other one I think has been really good, that was really good, was Peter David's Maestro trilogy that led to Future Imperfect. I thought that was really good. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the Daredevil Black Armor era, which was written by D.G. Chester, and the artwork is done by, let me look it up because I forgot the name. So professional on this channel, I swear. Natheo Diaz. Hope I'm saying that name right. I'm probably not. But yeah, for those who don't know, this was a time in Matt's life, a insane time in Matt's life. A few months ago, I did a review talking about Daredevil Black Armor, and that comic is fucking... the Daredevil Fall from Grace timeline is fucking insane. You have fucking Matt faking his death to be like, I'm gonna be a new guy called Jack Batlin, and then I'm gonna make my new armor, which I don't think is awful. I don't think the Daredevil's costume is awful. I just don't get, like, the armor is just kind of there for me. I think it would have looked better without the armor padding. But I digress. Like, you have, like, a CIA operative who has psychic powers. You have a demon from hell. Like, that all happens in the... And also, Elektra is bald. Why? It makes no that comic makes no goddamn sense. I love it, but it is fucking crazy. This is a little more easier to digest, I shall say. Basically, the comic is that Daredevil, pretending to be Jack Batlin, Matt is basically investigating a series of kidnappings in Hell's Kitchen, which leads to, believe it or not, Baron von Strucker creating an underground fighting ring where homeless people have to fight and get killed by supervillains. I'm not making that up, people. I'm not making that up. That's the thing of this comic. Yeah, Baron von Strucker is like teaming up with Hobgoblin and Sabretooth to round up people. Oh, he also has the Moloids and is kidnapped Mole Man. That's also in the book. And they're kidnapping the homeless people for them to get killed. And also, Matt, one of his new friends, her name is Randy. She reads tarot cards and is apparently psychic. For real. And she also makes a good point when when Matt tries to call her out. She's like, "Don't you throw this around on me. We've got a fucking wizard in New York and a dude who can stretch himself like all over the place. And also I can be a thing." And he's like, "All right, good point. I've like yeah, that does track, right? Like, someone exhibiting some kind of interesting power like that. If you live in the Marvel Universe and exhibit some kind of power, you would have to imagine someone would have to, like, at least be like, well, hear them out. Maybe they do have powers. But yeah. The comic is very well... The artwork I really like. I like the grittiness to it from Diaz. Let me see if I can get you a good example of his artwork real fast. Ah, here we go. Yeah. The action's very well done. I love the fight with Matt fighting Hobgoblin. But also, I will say that, like, it's kind of weird because we do get Sabretooth in here, and Matt acts like he's never fought Sabretooth before, which is weird because the Anichetti run was right before D.G. Chester's run, and in that run, he fought Sabretooth during the Mutant Massacre storyline. Yeah, he showed up in the Mutant Massacre storyline. So it's kind of weird that, like, Matt doesn't give any thought of, like, oh, I fought Victor before. Yeah, this isn't anything new. But yeah. The comic is just insane. You'd think like Baron Strucker, that one of the many heads of Hydra, would create like some grandiose plan. Nope. Just fucking make a battle arena. I guess like we've used arcade too many times, so I guess Chichester was like, how about I don't want to do arcade. He's the go-to guy for, making shit, making these grand arena games. How about fucking, I don't know, Baron von Strucker. There you go. And also let's have Hobgoblin and Sabretooth team up with him and a bunch of other villains cameo. Okay, cool. Yeah. This comic is pretty fun. I know I rag on it of just the utter insanity, but like, that's what, if you're reading a Daredevil Chichester book, then you're going to get, if you read Daredevil Fall from Grace, you kind of get the sense that this is par the course for D.G. Chichester's Daredevil run. So, yeah. If you liked that era of Daredevil, I also like that a few times they call it out armor. Like, it's a running gag that, like, that's not armor, and he's like, it wasn't trying to be. So it's a gag that gets run out, and, yeah. But, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm very tired, so I got a little, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, if you liked Daredevil Fall from Grace, or like had a passing interest, or just in general liking these little Lost Eras stories, I'd say give it a look. It's not it's just like $16. You definitely get what you pay for with this comic. But anyway, so if you've read Daredevil Black Armor, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Chris, thank you once again for the comic. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.